Okay, just give me one reason.
Why?
Just give me one reason
Why
you have not subscribed.
Why you have not subscribed?
Why
Subscribe now.
you have not subscribed to Nevertheless Commentary. Sanbonani, Nevertheless Commentaries. We are looking at MT8 final, Orlando Pirates versus Stellenbosch. Lena Gimpinda Mshaya, because last season Pirates played Stellenbosch and won 3-1. So there were so many complaints about that game because you know what happened. There was a controversial goal, the second goal that Orlando Pirates scored. So this year there's a new opportunity. The new opportunity has presented itself. Not that it came like the manner, but both teams fought for it. Now it is here to settle the scores. So Stellenbosch is facing Orlando Pirates on Saturday in Mbombela, I think Mbombela Stadium. But looking at both teams, first the coaches. Abdeslam has been with Orlando Pirates for at least 2 months. On the other hand, Steve Barker has been with Stellenbosch FC for 8 years, because I believe he's been with Stellenbosch since 2017, and he's helped them from first division all the way to Petro Premiership, and he's won Cullen Black Label Cup on 2024-2025 season. So they are the reigning, I think they are the current champions of Cullen Cup, if I'm not mistaken. I stand to be corrected. Well, Steve Barker has established a philosophy in Stellenbosch FC, so we know them for their resilience and maintaining their competitiveness over the years, even if they sold their key players. So every start of the season, we know Stellenbosch is going to sell some players, a lot of players, not just any players, but key players. And we always look for them to struggle as the season progresses, but they continue where they left off because their system is so strong and firmly founded on a solid foundation. So whatever they do with that system, whatever player they put into that system functions because the system has been laid out and it is solid enough for them to compete at any given day. So if you speak about Stellenbosch, speak about one of top 3 performing teams in South Africa currently. So they are not to be played with, though they are playing Orlando Pirates on Saturday. Nevertheless, Orlando Pirates, on the other hand, they are reigning champions of MT8. I think they've won it 3 times already in a row. This is their 4th final in a row. I think in 6 years they won it 5 times. They've competed in 6 finals and won it 5 times. They are looking at another chance to lift the cup again. But if you look at both coaches, you could see that Steve Barker stands a better chance to lift the trophy coming the weekend. Looking at the history that he's built with the club, the foundation is set with the club, so his project has matured over the years. Regardless of who plays with the team is going to function and is going to compete at any given day. On the other hand, if you look at Abdeslam Wado, he is being kind of scrambling here and there, chopping and changing players. So he has not settled well, but toward the FIFA break, we saw some signs, some glimpses that he is kind of getting to a certain direction, and we are hoping that as the game resumes, the competition resumes over the weekend, he will continue where he left off. He has an advantage though. If you look at his squad, the player like Sipo Chain, he was on the national team. Mbegezeli Mbogas also, he had 2 top performances with the national team against Lesotho and against Nigeria. Also Talent Mbata, Ozuna Police, Sipho Mbule. So those players are coming, those 4 players are coming oozing with confidence, having been played with Bafana on World Cup qualifiers and have nice and top performances. So they're coming oozing with confidence from that experience. Rele also was there. Sebelebele was there. I don't think Sebelebele had a good game, but he played. Also, who was there? Sipochen didn't get a game time with Rele also, but having been the part of that Bafana squad and what they experienced over those 2 games, I think they all come back with that confidence to boost the team moving forward. So Parade is going to be very, very dangerous coming this weekend, based off of that, of the of the fact that these players has been with the national team and national team has been doing good, and they are coming back oozing with confidence because they want to continue doing good, and so that their names will continue be talked about in months to come. So in that sense, Pirates has a slight advantage, but if you look at coaches' perspectives, Stellenbosch might have this one. Speaking of Stellenbosch and their system being tested over time and proved to be working regardless of who plays in that system, there's a key player there, Andre de Jong, who gives them shape moving forward. And I know that Steve Barker will want to exploit the fact that Orlando Pirates are not that pacey defenders. Their defenders are not that pacey, so he might go with Mbombela and this speedy winger. I forgot his name, but he might go with those 2 and have, De Jong as a number 10, because De Jong always gives them a shape moving forward. He makes the game look very, very simple. You'd swear that you can get in that field of play and do exactly what he does, because he simplifies things. He makes things look easy. The hardest things, he makes them look so easy and doable in that field of play. And he gives them momentum and shape moving forward. Having being one of those players who can connect passes, run into spaces, find his opponents, break the lines. He's a complete player. He also has goals in his feet. So looking at the other speedy players up front, Mbombela and Devin Tyler, so it's going to be very, very tough day of work for Orlando Pirates defenders in my opinion. But having said that, Mbombela seem to be the boss of all defenders when we talk about African football. That left center back, there's a lot you're gonna see from that guy. So his pairing with Siema has been working very, very well in my opinion. And also, I think on the fullback, if I were the coach, I would play Sibelebele as a right fullback, but maybe we'll go with Ushandu or the other players that we have at Orlando Pirates, because we have a number of right fullbacks. So unfortunately, on the left fullback, we always know that it's going to be Hoto at any given day, unless the guy is injured, but it's always going to be him. So we have been struggling to find his replacement. We have one guy who's, I forgot his name. He played once the other day. He had a good day. He had a good game, but he needs to gain more game time so that he can find his confidence. But coming into the center of the park is where Pirates is going to win this game, because if you look at Stellenbosch and Usipombule coming back from the national team, also Sihlenduli, a former Stellenbosch FC United, that middle of the park, Pirates is going to dominate it, and I think that's where Pirates is going to crack Stellenbosch open and win the game. Looking at the fact that Orlando Pirates has wingers that are on fire, whether it's on the left or it's on the right, whether it on the left it's Rele or Ozinapolis who plays, results are going to be the same, but two different dynamics, because these are the players who are not the same. Also on the right, whether it's Sebelebele or this guy from Amazulu, Morem, I think they likely to give you a same kind of result. I'm not sure who is going to go for as a number 9, but in my opinion, to this game, he might start with Evidence Mahopa, but I think as soon as he comes back from the halftime, he needs to introduce Umabasa, should he want to win that game. If he started by benching Urele, Notito, as soon as he come back from the halftime, he needs to introduce those players to keep the pressure up front and make sure that Stellenbosch doesn't find an opportunity or a chance to unleash their fullback to add numbers in attack. Also in the build-up phase, Orlando Pirates is very, very good with Usipo Chain. He gives them a numerical advantage upon the build-up phase. So once he with progressive lines, whether Konotito lapang number 10 or Konumbula, then it's going to be nightmare for Stellenbosch. But for me as a coach, I think it would be better if he starts Tito as a number 10, Mbule as a 8, Umbata as a 6, and then give Urede a chance as a left wing, and then Umorem as a right wing, and Ungwana Sesi as a striker, then Putusbelebel as a fullback, Hoto as a left fullback, and then our two young central defenders. If I were the coach, that would have been my lineup for the day. Coming on the second half, depending on the score, if I do want to consolidate the game, then I will sacrifice either Utito or Master Chef for a defensive midfielder, and then bring in Umabasa to actually give us more chances to score more goals, because I think the Pirates really needs to finish this one within 90 minutes. On the other hand, Sage Steven also can build from the back with his defenders, and he's also a good goalkeeper, but I think Molo Isana has been injured. He was injured on a Bafana game against Lesotho. I'm not sure if he is going to be available this weekend, but I think that was a blow in the side of Stellenbosch. But as I said before, that it doesn't matter who plays at Stellenbosch. Their system has matured so much that whoever comes into that system, the system continues to function as it should, because it has been solidified as a prominent foundation for the club. So Steve Barker on that has done a very, very good job. So looking at the game, on coach's perspective, Stellenbosch is winning it. But when you look at the squad, Orlando Pirates and Stellenbosch, then Orlando Pirates has a chance of winning this cup. But overall, it's a 50-50 chances in my opinion. But we will see on Saturday what's transpired. I'm hoping that Orlando Pirates will win it for the 4th time in a row. It will be very, very good for Buccaneers. Not for only for Buccaneers. I think it's going to be a very, very good for South Africa. Business will be booming on the following day, because Buccaneers will be happy and they will be spending a lot of money from Saturday after the game towards the end of the year. So it's going to boost the economy of the country if Orlando Pirates were to win on Saturday. Sunday, back to Betway Premiership. Mamelodi Sundowns is playing Amakhesi FC. I think Mamelodi Sundowns will win that game with a number of goals, probably 3 or 4 goals. And from Sunday to Tuesday and Wednesday to the midweek, I think Sundowns will be number 1 of the Betway Premiership for the first time this season, because I do not see Amakhesi FC beating Mamelodi Sundowns on Sunday. So good luck to all the teams, Orlando Pirates, Stellenbosch FC on the MT8 final, and also good luck to Sundowns and Amakhesi FC on Sunday. May the best team wins. So Tina ezabalani bebhola siyayibeka la, uyazi nawe, this is nevertheless commentaries. I just want to remind you one thing. I want you to give me one reason why you have not subscribed. Just one reason why you have not subscribed. You know, sehlaba sehlinza sehlahlela sayaba. Indoda nodwa yafika iphekele ekhaya. Ayikho into engaphekelenge. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed, those who comment, who like our content. We appreciate it. Please continue doing it. I will see you probably on Monday my next video will be on Monday, because when I'm at home during the weekend, I do not have internet, so I can't upload anything. But I will see you again on Monday. And looking back at the final of the MT8 and the game of Mbombela with Makesi on Sunday, I will speak about that, and also prepare for the games on Tuesday. Kaizer Chiefs is playing on Tuesday, and also on Wednesday, Pirates and Sundowns are also playing. So we'll cover those games over the next weekend. Going to CAF Champions League, because Orlando Pirates is playing also on the 20th on the Champions League games. So yeah, there's a lot of football to cover in the next few days. But for now, it was about Stellenbosch FC mostly versus Orlando Pirates on MT8, and the touch and go with the Mamelodi Sundowns, because we already know Mamelodi Sundowns is going to win. Regardless of their coach is kind of lost in the meantime, but they have a good chance to win against Makesi on Sunday. My name is Sipon Lovu. This is Nevertheless Commentaries. I will see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.